Says we are live.
Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh over here so that I can see the comments, and we'll just jump right into it.
Cool. Let's do this.
What's interesting to me about you is that you say you're hip hop. You're a globally celebrated hip hop dancer.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with marketing and
Nothing. That's what started off doing high school, and then I started dancing professionally in college, and that's where that happened.
Oh wow. Sorry, I opened it over here. And okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna start. Hey guys, how is everyone? Back from vacation and back from the holidays. We are ready to get going with the interviews. And today I have a very special guest, Luis Alvarado. And what's interesting to me about Luis is that he's a hip hop dancer as well as a marketer. But today we're going to be talking about how he automates his system for passive income online. I know that's like probably the number one struggle for a lot of people, because they start out and they do all these things and it just takes up all their time, and they don't know how to even, some people are even afraid to hire a virtual assistant or to even get systems that will cost a monthly reoccurring fee. But they're like, they hold on to, they don't want to do it. But for the people who automate systems, they like utilize all these tools to bring back time into their workflow. But anyways, enough about that. Hey, Luis, thanks for joining me today. Welcome to my group. I'm glad to have you here. I want my group to hear about you from your own mouth. So, and guys, if you're here live, #live, and smash that heart button. We want everyone else in this group to know that this is going on, this is happening. And yeah, Luis, let us know about yourself and how you got started into digital marketing.
Cool. So first of all, yeah, thank you. Appreciate you inviting me over. This is going to be a fun one. So for everybody that's hanging out, just feel free to ask any questions at any point in time. I have you guys right here, so I'll be checking and seeing the comments as well. But yeah, it all started for me back in 2017, the summer of 2017. And when I first got started, it was like I had, my background was in the tech startup space, right? I graduated college. I can't say last December anymore, because now I graduated December of 2017. So it's now 2 Decembers ago. But yeah, I graduated as a mechanical engineer. So all I did was just study engineering and science and math, and that's what I really enjoyed, right?
Yeah.
But along came entrepreneurship. One day I saw my roommate like literally on his computer all day for like 12 hours, and I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you on your computer like all day? And I had been living with this guy for 3 years already. I've lived with him my entire like college career, right? And then all of a sudden,
oh, sorry. What was his major at the time? You're engineer and he's engineer?
No, he was computer science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was computer science.
Okay.
So he was into, like developing apps and stuff, but out of nowhere, he just went off, and like daily he would just sit on his computer and start doing this. And then I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, oh, it's my new job, man. I'm like working on this new app. He's like, okay, well, it was like 9 p.m. He's like, all right, well, I gotta go to the meeting. And I'm like, what? You're gonna go to like your job meeting at like 9 p.m.? And then he's like, yeah, man. And then he started telling me about his boss, and then his boss at the time was like 22 years old. And I'm like, how's your boss like so young? And so I like started, asking all these questions, and I'm like, because this was so new to me. And then that's when he started explaining that what this whole thing was is a startup that was developing the social app and everything they were doing in business. And I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. So then a few days later, I ended up attending my first ever like entrepreneurial seminar which I went to UCF, and that's where they were having like free seminars. So I went to one, and then the idea of being able to monetize your passions, anything that you love doing, that's what the first time that anybody ever told me that I was able to do that. And from there on, I was like, oh man, this is definitely what I want to dedicate myself to, my time and my life to be able to make money doing what I love, whatever that may be. And they would, started teaching me all these processes. And then from there on, I got into a nanotech startup because my background was engineering. Because I was like, I'm never gonna have a job unless I am doing something with either startups or have my own business. So I had the opportunity to be in a startup, and that startup, for those of you that might be familiar with, I don't know if you've ever heard of Y Combinator.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Y Combinator, it's like entrepreneurs' dreams to like be part of that accelerator. Back in 2016, I had the opportunity to be part of my nanotech startup. Ended up being at Y Combinator.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was like mind blowing. I felt like I was in a movie, to be among startups like Airbnb, Uber, Dropbox, Reddit, like it was crazy. So that's where a lot of my knowledge really in business came about. And then as time went on, I was like, I'm really good when it comes to like navigating on the internet. And so that's when I started asking myself the question of like, hey, how can I do this, but do it online? And so I just kind of, took my knowledge that I had with startups and building a business, and then I started looking into building a business online, and that's where I'm at right now.
Oh wait, you skipped. Oh, before you continue, I feel like you just skipped all over.
I did. A lot has happened in like the past year and a half, like a lot.
Okay, we'll get into that. But before we do that, hey guys, I want to say hi. This is an interactive interview, and I want to say hi to everyone who joined. Hey, Jonathan, Frank, Aaron, Nasir, Rodine. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Jeffrey, Kyle, hey Billy, hey Steven, hey Glenn, hey Dave, hey Todd, hey Carrie, hey Simon, hey Grimaldo, Grimido. I haven't seen you around Grimida. Hi, welcome. Guys, if you're here live, #live, so that I know I am doing a giveaway of one of my extensions, Quick Link Convert today. So #live, so I know that you're here and you attended. Otherwise, oh well, you missed out. I'm sorry. Okay, so regarding your story, you just told me like Y Combinator, and then you learned about digital marketing, and then now you're here. I mean, where are you?
Yeah, so let's fill the gaps. So as soon as I started like learning about like this whole online stuff, I went on Facebook, right, where we're all at right now, where we're hanging out, and I started just joining groups. And then when I started joining groups of people, like as I was doing my research, on Google and YouTube, I got the idea of, oh, let me research this on Facebook. Right. And then I started seeing people actually make like $1,000 deals, $2,000 deals, like in groups. And they were talking about this like it was easy, you know? And I'm like, what the heck? What in the world? Like, what's going on here? Like, I want to, be able to do this. So I joined the very first group that completely changed my life. This was the summer of 2017. I joined. It was called the 30-day sales challenge. And yeah,
is it around? Is it still around?
No, it's no longer around.
Oh, never mind.
But at the time, it was like you had to sell something every single day, right? It was in June, the month of June. You had to sell something every single. And I'm like, I've never sold anything in my life. How am I gonna sell something every single day, especially online? But all these people were just giving advice and helping out each other, were being so supportive, and then I'm like, okay, well. I'm motivated. Like I really want to do this. And at the time, my parents had come up to Orlando, Florida. That's where I was attending school at the time, and we're struggling to pay rent. Literally, my sister had to move in because she started attending UCF as well. So we were both living in one room, and like I had like my bed like right here, and like she had a mattress right under me, and like we would switch back and forth every single night. And we were almost like kicked out because we couldn't afford rent.
Oh no.
And then my parents came up because we were trying to figure out like how we're gonna pay for the next month and all that stuff. And then I told my mom, I was like, hey, don't worry about next month. Like I promise you things will be different, right? Because I knew that I was in the 30-day sales challenge group and I'm like, I'm gonna make something happen, right? But I didn't know how. I just told her like, but I don't know. I just felt confident that I was gonna do it. And then that's when things finally started to change. That June of 2017, that's when I jumped on Instagram and I started DMing businesses and I was offering lead generation services. So that's what I was, trying to help people out with. And I started getting replies, and every single day I would jump on the phone. And then I finally started, making some deals, started getting some clients, started getting the ball rolling. And it was the first time in my life where, finally things were working out with this type of business model, which was the agency.
Agency, yeah.
Yeah. There was the agency. So that's what started it all for me. So from that June from 2017, yeah, that next month, we were okay, we are good, and that's kind of like when things started, changing for me. I started building a presence online. I started, networking with a lot of different people online, and it was just great because everybody is so helpful. I was part of many different groups, many different influencers. I started being coached by other people, and while I was still going to school, and then I went from having the agency, and then I started helping other people get results with their agency, like get clients and also deliver results for their clients. So
Dan
I got into
Henry? Was
what's
it
that?
was it around like Dan Henry getting results similar to like Facebook group or like whatever type of agency? What were you
Yeah, driving. So I was doing it with Facebook ads, generating leads for local businesses. So yeah, I got Dan Henry's course. That was definitely a good one. I ended up buying Ty Lopez's course, which, guys, I do not recommend for anybody that's trying to get it. I know it's really popular, but
we
try,
have courses.
I got so many different courses. I bought a lot of stuff. Um, and I mean, I was super fortunate to do so. I just kept investing myself over and over again. Like whatever I earned, put it back into, building up my knowledge, because I knew little about like this one, just marketing period. I just knew about business, but I didn't know about marketing. Marketing is a whole different beast. Um, and so I started doing consulting. Then I got into coaching. And then later on the year, which was the December of 2017, when I was finally about to graduate, I was still with the startup, with the nanotech startup, but I was earning more than the startup was earning at the time. And then I'm like, okay, well, I think I gotta like go and, spread my wings. And like they understood, the entrepreneurs themselves. But it was just crazy because the week of graduation, me launched a new info product. It was teaching people how to use and implement messenger bots for their businesses. And that week alone, we did 12K, and it was like the most that I had ever made, like in a single week, from an info product online. And also I was graduating that week, right? I was graduating as a mechanical engineering major, but I wasn't planning on doing or pursuing anything with engineering. So that's when kind of like things started, evolving for me. And then January came around, and the whole year of 2018, I started living like the digital nomad lifestyle. Started traveling full time from January all the way up until now. So it's been a constant like evolving, and just doing that, selling the info products. As I was traveling, I started asking myself, like, how can I make this passive income, right? So I was making good active income selling my own products online, but I still wanted to make that passive because I'm like traveling full time and like switching time zones and getting on flights, and sometimes some places I didn't have Wi-Fi, and so I'm like, what can I do? What should I do? And once again, I went back to asking people, asking those questions, and finally one day it hit me. I'm like, oh, let me try affiliate marketing, right? Like that was one of the first things, because I'm like, okay, well, all I have to do is just drive traffic. That's really all I need to do. Like people already have the offers in place, literally everything, give you everything. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me give this a try. So I started just recommending stuff, and that's when I started building up my monthly recurring revenue from these products that I was recommending. And it just completely transformed the direction that I was headed in, what I wanted to do in business, just my ideas. And something, by the way, guys, something that I want to recommend everybody to read is I have this book. Let me get this book really quick. This
Oh,
book right here.
some questions. Nice. Oh, the E-Myth Revisited. Okay.
Yes,
I've heard of
yes,
that.
freaking amazing.
Revisited. Recommended book. So let me have you pause for a second and
Yes.
say hi to everyone. Hey, Greg, thanks for joining. Hey, Paul. We actually have a question. Oh, Todd is saying Sean's group. Sean's group. Are you? I don't know.
Yeah. Sean Manaher, freaking amazing guy.
Oh, okay. Yes. So it is Sean's group. And Nas Sierra Dean, 12K was from his info product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something that I created. Not I wasn't promoting any. I haven't been promoting anything up until August of this year.
August was when you started affiliate.
Oh, not of this year, my bad. We are in 2019. August of 2018 was when I started my affiliate marketing venture. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not too long
Yes.
ago.
Yeah, not very long.
Oh, that's awesome. And you started with ClickFunnels, or what did you start with?
I started with courses, just recommending courses that I personally had taken, had generated results in, and then I moved on to software. So yeah, we had ClickFunnels, Active Campaign. I was doing Proof as well, and like those were the three main ones.
Okay, so let's talk about automation.
Yep.
Hey, guys, if you have any questions, let's say you're doing everything on your own or whatever you're doing that you feel so bogged down by so many things, ask us these questions. Ask Luis. He, has been doing this for several years, so he knows what he's talking about. And even if there are people that I met, they only do it for like 3 months or 4 months, they learn so much, in that time span. So if you're in it for years, it's like, you know what you're talking about by this point.
Yeah, it's like what really affiliate marketing really, like when people usually ask me like, oh, so like what product do I recommend? What do I sell? And I tell them to like kind of like tweak that question, because really what you really need to understand is marketing. Once you understand marketing and you understand business, it doesn't matter if you're selling your own stuff. It doesn't matter if you're recommending somebody else's stuff, right? If Kim comes out with something, I can make sure that, okay, cool, does she have an offer in place? What's the funnel look like? What does her backend looks like? What do her sequences look like? I need to be able to really understand all these things, which are all different moving parts of an entire business model, right? And something that you guys can compare it to is like a franchise, right? People that buy franchises, they're buying systems. It's like big ass system. Like the business is the product. And so whenever you focus on selling the business as a product instead of a business that is selling a product, that's when things begin to change, because then you're always in business development phase, as opposed to working as opposed to working in the business, you're working like on the business. And people tend to really, most of the time, be like the technicians, right? Be the person that likes to do all the work themselves. But they need to evolve and mature their thinking, that they need to kind of like see this from a higher level, because you as the entrepreneur, you are the one that has that vision. You're the one that has all those dreams of, taking it to the next level. And in order to do that, you need to be able to trust other people and be able to delegate everything that you need to do. And with that, you need to simplify all your processes, all your systems, and be able to like package it and then give it to somebody else, because you want to, be able to remove yourself from that equation. And that's really what a lot of, in the startup ecosystem, that's what they preach. But here in internet marketing, everybody wants to do, it all themselves, or they want to learn systems, but then they don't get the systems right because they lack the marketing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. When you're telling me all that, and hey guys, hey Kyle, hey Todd, hey Jason, hey Chris. Todd is asking, what value can you bring with whatever product you sell? And Carrie is, how did you select your product? Did you have a list? Let's answer those two, and then I'm gonna ask my question.
Cool. So Todd, the value that you can bring, the value, I cannot tell you the value that you need to bring to other people because you need to find out through customer research what they perceive, what your customer perceives as valuable to them, right? Same thing as if you have like an employee, if you're not the one that's necessarily being there present for the transaction, or you want to be able to reward people that are working for you, you need to be able to reward them with stuff that they perceive as valuable. So that all depends really, from the data that you gather while you do your own research.
And then second question, I put on the screen. How did you select your product? Did you have a list? Like,
okay.
What's your thought process with?
Yeah. So Carrie, the way that I selected my product and the way that anybody really can select products or services is by just taking anything that you're doing in your life right now. There's something that you're super into. There's something that you're already putting money behind. There's something that you're already raving about. And you're telling friends, right? When you go and you watch a movie, you're letting your friends know, I saw the latest Avengers movie. That movie was so freaking awesome. You need to go watch it, right? There, what you just did, you just promoted something, except you didn't get any commission for that, right? And the same thing, doctors do that same thing all the time, right? You go to them because they're the experts, and they recommend whatever, based on whatever pains, right, you're experiencing at that moment. They recommend something that can alleviate that pain. So think about it that way. Think about what it is that you have going on in your life at the moment, and like literally go online, look up affiliates, partnerships for whatever the product that you are already using. I 100% guarantee you that they may either have one, or you can go ahead and email them and reach out and ask them like, hey, I want to be able to share this product because it's done so much for me, and I want to be able to share with other people.
All right, that totally makes sense. And a question that I want to ask, because I'm at a certain stage of automation. Let's say that I already have like a small team. Like, give me that next step in terms of, I don't know, like where I want to know where at what point did something change and that you needed to make it that shift to move on to the next level. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that will help my audience out, because you're speaking to me, and I'm like I get the mindset. I get quick. You need to launch quickly.
Now it's all the technical.
All the technical stuff, I'm absorbing it, but I don't. For my audience, even like a lot of them are beginners and they just want to learn the very beginning steps. Can you give me some kind of like steps that you made or things that you did in terms of pivoting or doing something different that took you to the next level, because you are at that next level,
Yeah, sure. So when I was first like starting off, right, that whole transition, really, like, we need to spend a lot of time, and I don't think a lot of people spend a lot of time doing the research on their audience, right? Because all that technical stuff to like scale, all that comes after, and all that stuff is super easy in the way that like your whole backend is set up and the way that you attract people by really understanding who it is that you want to serve, right? By really knowing your market. You need to know exactly what market you're in, and you need to know about your people, like who it is that you want to be able to serve, who it is that actually has money to be able to pay you for the value that you're going to give them. And you really need to identify and know their problems. But you need to be aware that not all problems are created equal, right? Because you can have a problem and you can have a solution, but you can also have a solution to a problem that it doesn't exist. And you can also have and then you could also have a problem that people aren't willing to pay for. So that's what you need to get really, really clear. Is this a job that people are actually going to pay to get done, right? Because if you get that wrong right off the bat, it's like you're going to keep trying, and you're never going to move on to the next level. So really fall in love with the problems, not the solutions that you think other people want, because in your mindset, you've already infatuated with the idea of like, oh, this is, this is the solution, like this is it. But really, that's not it. Put more time into actually having conversations and engaging with people. Like I spent a lot of time while in college was doing like these customer research exercises. I would go and I would talk to strangers. Like I would just be like, hey, can I have 5 minutes of your time? Can I have 10 minutes of your time? Go Knights, Frank. You went to UCF as well. That's cool. But yeah, so while being there, right, and just talking to people, you start learning. You start like listening to them, and that's when I started to pivot, because they're like, oh, okay, so you telling me that you're actually suffering from this, and you start getting to the root cause, the triggers as to why people, are going through whatever they're going through. And so you start gathering all this data, and that's when you begin crafting a solution. And you take them along the journey too. So not only are you getting customer research at the same time, you're building your audience, and when you've crafted something, right? When you've crafted like a little product that, is just a little prototype, and you show it to them, they get to play with it, and it's something that actually that they've been wanting for the longest, and you've created it, they're gonna be able to pay for it. So that's how you start, building from the start.
That is awesome. Yes, that makes sense. And I think for me, that's what happened too, because I tried to make products before and I didn't find the audience or talk to any people. I just made it and thought people would buy it. And it's such a big that was such a big mistake. And then and so when I found an audience, and then I just made something that I know that they want and they could pay for, that's when I actually started seeing results. So that makes total sense. Thank you, Luis.
Yeah, for sure.
There is an automation question, or there's a VA question from, I threw it onto your screen. Like, when and where do we start looking at VA and help? Like, at what point did you started looking for VA versus doing everything yourself?
Yes. So, okay. So when you start off, like as soon as you start off, if you have no prior knowledge on business at all, definitely spend the money that you have right now into knowledge, like whatever that may be, whether that be books, courses, coaching, seminars, whatever. Like just try to soak in information. And then once you start like doing things and applying, right? Because the only way that you're actually going to be able to grow is by getting your hands dirty with the tasks that need to be done. And if this is your first go around and you may not have a mentor by your side, it's always great to have somebody that has done it before, and be able to kind of like give you the high level overview of what a business looks like. But if you're not there, what I would advise would be to just kind of like go step by step. Like I said, customer research, number one thing, because the more feedback that you get from people, the more that you're kind of like gonna go step by step and be able to create something and spend time on the product that people are actually gonna buy. And so as you do that, once you start building things out, you start taking notes on the actions that you're taking. So for example, anything that I personally do multiple times, I go ahead and I write it down, I document it. I have literally my life on Google Drive and on spreadsheets, right? And on Google Docs, like I literally have everything. And I'm able to kind of just like document, okay, like I did this, like be extremely detailed on everything that you did, so that once again, you can just give that to somebody else and they can go ahead and they replicate it. And the cool thing about online business is that we can just, capture a whole screen and give it to somebody and then they can do the same thing. So be able to simplify it, that even the person, like that even a fifth grader, is able to do it and follow along on what you need to do. So start by tasks that you've done 3 times. Boom, you go ahead and you write step by step. and then you start looking into VAs. And for VAs, I recommend onlinejobs.ph.
Oh,
To,
I've heard of that.
yeah.
Onlinejobs.ph.
There's also Fiverr. I've also used Fiverr. I've also used freelancer.com. Fiverr's cool, but if you're like looking to like train and take things to the next level, like really, really establish a team, that, or there's also the way that I got my first ever like VA was through Facebook group. So just, you know, they hang in there, and they're pretty cool. They're like whatever tasks they need to get done. If you know, you got to learn how to communicate. Like speaking on communication, if you want to start off something online, you need to definitely have the skill of communication. And it doesn't matter what, you know, if you like baseball, if you like dance, if whatever other skill, you don't have to be a master at them. You just have to be kind of like good, right? You don't have to be like really freaking good. You just gotta be top 25% of the world. You're good. But one of those skills, make it communication, and make it either a verbal communication or written communication. Okay, and make sure that you mix that into whatever skills you have, and whatever things that you're interested in, because this is what's gonna give you that unique mix that's you. This is what's gonna make you valuable as an individual, and that's what's gonna allow you to really be able to talk on the things that really matter to you, so you never get bored, right? And you always constantly be able to like learn. I love one of my highest values is researching and learning. That's what I spend a lot of my time doing, and then I kind of, you know, share with other individuals, give it my own twist. You know, that's I get rewarded with that in exchange for money, right? I bring value to the people in that order, give them what it is that I've learned over time, and then deliver it, repackage it in a way that they understand, and they can help them.
Awesome. Guys, if you're here live, hashtag live, especially if you want the free extension, and hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, smash the heart button, and, you know, stretch a little bit, you know, if you need more oxygen in your brain, yawn. But hey, Chris McCoy, thanks for joining. Hey, Luis. I mean, why did you? Okay, Luis, why did you?
I'm live. We're live right now.
Really? Oh, ask a question, and guys, ask questions. I want you to ask questions.
Frank asked the question. He said, "Louis, in a way, you're saying the product doesn't matter as long as you can market it correctly to the right people. You will make money." Okay, so Frank, the product matters because look, from what perspective you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from your own info product, right? As I said, like if I'm personally building something, I'm gonna take the time to beta test it and iterate and, you know, go like really work with people that actually need this before I get loud about it. Okay, so that's one. So that's why the product does matter, and that's when you will actually make money, because you know that, okay, cool, as you were building this, you didn't just try to scale it right off the bat. As you were building this, you knew that, okay, this person really liked this and they're actually generating results. Okay, let me build the foundation before I actually, you know, build this business up. Because a lot of people tend to bring in a lot of money and then all of a sudden they need to pause because they didn't have the right foundation in place. And then if you're looking at it from an affiliate marketing perspective, you already have all the results available. You don't want to market a product that has no backup on like results that have been generated, or a funnel in place, or like email sequences. Like if you can market you know, an affiliate product, like they literally have all these things already done for you. That's why I love affiliate marketing, because all you got to do is just send traffic, right? You just got to send traffic and learn how to make offers as a marketer.
And here is another question from Billy Fan. Hey, Billy, how are you? Billy is my actual friend in real life.
Billy Fan, what's up, man?
Do you use any monitoring system? I have an answer for that as well, but go ahead, Luis. Do you use any monitoring system?
Yeah, so I personally use Slack, and within Slack, I'm able to kind of, you know, just integrate a whole bunch of stuff like Trello. So that's definitely a big one. But I don't I don't like micromanage people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there actually for Billy, there is like screen recording programs and keyboard monitoring programs out there that I think cost like $5 a month starting off. So it's really inexpensive and it lets you track your VA activity. A lot of VAs it holds them accountable. I forgot the website, but I'll like look it up. It's only $5. It monitors your the
I've heard of that one too. I can't recall.
the icon is blue. That's hard. But oh yeah, on Upwork, if you use Upwork, they have screen monitoring as well as keyboard monitoring, so you know if they're like doing something or not. They're working on your project or they're on one screen for like an hour, and then you charge for an hour. The cool thing about Upwork is you can dispute like if they don't do much for you but charge
Oh
you,
yeah.
then they will act as a moderator for you. Oh man, Frank, yeah. Okay, let's see. Many questions, you guys. If you're here,
Love the questions, by the way. Thank you guys for shooting those questions.
yeah, great questions. Let's see. Luis, do you want to choose a question or you want me to question?
So Carrie Duke, he said you mentioned Facebook ads and bots earlier. How do you use these today with affiliate marketing? So Carrie, this is a great question. Once again, like really having I got an amazing understanding of what marketing is overall. Like the last 6 months of 2018 were completely game changing for me in terms of like my understanding. Started getting coached by amazing people. I think some of you guys may know if you guys are into ClickFunnels, like Steven Larson. Learned a lot from him, and like this dude is a freaking, oh my god, like he loves marketing. And so what I've personally done, I have a Google spreadsheet. I have like a subject, and then the other column is the masters. And so for every subject, I just listen to one single person, depending on the area that I want to get really good at. So I have, different coaches and different people that I go to whenever it comes to these things. But when it comes to, that's when I started like really comprehending in the whole ecosystem of marketing where things fit and like where they go. So there was a point in time where people were like, oh, email marketing is dead and like bots are like the new thing, right? Everybody was talking about this, but everything has a place in the big picture, in the bigger picture. So people started using bots and then totally forgot about email marketing, while email marketing was still bringing me sales and still working just as fine. And then they were misutilizing all the bots stuff. So what I personally use bots for now is let's say you want to use like forms, or sometimes on landing pages, you have like a quiz and then they ask you, oh, choose A, B, C, boom, and then you go to the next pages and it's only like one question per like landing page. So what I do now, because bots are extremely conversational and you can engage with people and like, you have their attention, like they're there. Now I command all my surveys and things that I want to ask of people and the data that I want to acquire, because I get the data extremely fast. And then I have this dude that this software is going to come out later on the year. It's called Arsenal OS. But this company, what they do is they extract all the information that you've gathered from the bot and they create smart landing pages. Like, how crazy is that? Like literally from the information that I just asked, like it can tweak and tailor landing pages specifically to you and like just change out words. Like freaking blew my mind whenever, like I've been seeing this in development for the past couple of years. Like it's been pretty freaking crazy. But taking that and then it stores all the data from there. So now it tells what I use for email marketing is ActiveCampaign, and then it syncs it with ActiveCampaign, and now I have the user on as a chatbot subscriber, and then I also have him as an email subscriber. Yet with email, it would take me some time to really learn who I was talking to, right? Because I would tag them with like different things, like they would click on something and then I'll give them a tag. Okay, cool, next email, I'll give them a tag. And then that's how I was learning. So learning took some time, but with bots, whenever I mix the two, I'm like learning like on the first day, and now I have a sequence that's tailored specifically to them, for like longer periods of time. So that's been game changing, and I know that's gonna be available soon. I don't know how soon, but we're currently working on mine for a bot. So that's gonna be exciting. I can definitely share it with you guys whenever it's available.
Arsenal, is this the? I don't even know if I spelled it correctly.
Yeah. You did.
Oh,
That's it. Yes.
Oh man, that is so cool. I think there's a software similar out there on, I don't know on what level, but it's Magic Zap, and it does grab like the information when you respond, or according to what column of a sheet or something, and then it'll take that information and put it on a landing page. So it'll be like, hey, your name, my name is blah blah blah. I heard that you I know that you work as, LinkedIn profile that it grabbed as a manager at whatever company.
Oh, nice.
You need blah blah blah, and that is available right now as a software. So
Oh, that's really cool. Do you know what the name is for that software?
Magic Zap, Magic Zap,
Magic.
Magic Zap, like this. But
Cool.
that exists right now, so you can try that out. I know and guys, some of the people in my audience know about it because one of my friends, his name is John, he's the CEO of this company, and he demonstrated it, and I have it. I haven't used it yet. I have it, but it seems like it's so powerful when he
That's the
demonstrates.
future, yeah. Like doing all that smart marketing and like having it all connect and having like that be the like nucleus for all the information that's stored. It's crazy. Like if my ManyChat all of a sudden like went away, I could still have all the information with whatever like software I decided to like go with. So it's pretty convenient.
Oh, cool. Guys, hashtag live if you're here live, and smash the heart button. And yeah, so let me know if you're here for my free extension. And let's see if we can answer some audience questions right now. Man, there's some.
So Carrie, that was a very long answer to your question.
But it was a good answer. Let's see. I use Upwork but went away to online.ph. Oh, so Billy prefers
Nice.
online.ph. What do you use for? What about that one? Traffic generator, or where do you obtain your traffic from?
Yeah, so I've been doing organic traffic from Facebook and also YouTube. In 2019, I'm going all in on YouTube. Like if I had to start all over, I would do YouTube, and that's what I'm doing now. Like I even shut down my Facebook group, and I'm just focused on YouTube because I've seen amazing results. Like I started using YouTube, started getting coached on it, and then I started learning like the SEO aspect of YouTube, and it's been a game changer. Like all the people that I'm able to connect with on YouTube, and it's more passive too. Like I just need to like make evergreen content, upload it, and it's good to go. So YouTube main traffic source for 2019.
That's what I actually hear from everyone. Like everyone's like, I'm going all in on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's YouTube is the best. Like if I like it just keeps more views and views and views, and people actually click. Like when I first started getting sales from YouTube, I'm like, wow, this works. So I like it, and I enjoy making videos. So it suits what I enjoy doing, and it matches perfectly.
Yeah, it seems like to me that everyone should go all in on YouTube all the time. Where are we taking, or where are you taking us?
Oh, and there you go. I was just charging my computer. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Was about to die.
All right, cool. Yeah, well, usually these interviews, I told you beforehand, maybe I didn't, but it usually lasts like an hour. So we have around like 15 minutes left to answer some questions. I have questions of my own, but it seems like the audience has a ton of questions today. So let me see. Yeah, so it made me very curious as well. Like, should I go all in on YouTube as well? Because right now I am not, I don't know.
I recommend it. So the thing is that we've already been experimenting with YouTube, not just in the digital marketing space, but also in other spaces. And like the strategies that I've been implementing are crazy. Like you're seeing good results in so many different niches.
Who are you from? What strategies? Because there's Sean Cannell. I think he offers coaching maybe, and there's also courses like Spencer. He has Affiliate Secrets 2.0, and he has a YouTube section.
Yeah.
What do you recommend to learn?
So I personally haven't. I don't know. I haven't taken any of those. I learned from. So I started learning directly from. Um, there's people like Alex Becker. There are people directly from like YouTube. And I was learning from also Kevin David, Josue Pena, and I was learning from these people that have done amazing and do hundreds of thousands from YouTube alone. And then all of a sudden, I learned how to create content and I learned how to like do my research for videos, but I still wasn't seeing results. So all of us out of nowhere, I was blessed by one of my buddies that came and talked to me. He was like, "Hey man, can he's really great with SEO and he runs an SEO company. He's like, hey man, can I share some ideas with you and implement it on YouTube free of charge?" And I'm like, "Oh man, for sure, let's do this." He helped me out, and from there on, every single one of my videos ranks either first, second, third, fourth, but like on the first page for any, like it's now every single video that I post, like I know it's going to rank because of this process. So once again, like that's something that now I'm in the process of teaching VAs. So I can just kind of like film my video, upload it to Google Drive, and then all of a sudden everything's taken care of. Right. So that's something that's repetitive.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. How do I get that process? How does anyone get that process? Because I want that. Like, how do I get that?
I know he has a course. I can definitely connect you with him. His name is Tony Tovar.
Tony Tovar?
Yeah, Tony Tovar. He has a YouTube SEO, YouTube Domination, it's called. But I was the first person he ever shared it with, and I'm like, man, this is freaking amazing. Like Tovar, no, Tova.
Okay, Tova.
Yes.
Tony Tova. You guys, Tony Tova. I know this.
No, with an R at the end. Tovar.
Okay, you guys. One more time.
Here we go. Perfect. We got it.
YouTube domination. I'm doing this. I'm gonna tell you guys my results after listening to Louise about Tony.
Yes, freaking! Oh my God, Tony. And he's definitely underpricing his course, so you all should get it before.
And he did it for you, like you didn't buy his course, like he went and did it for you for his.
Yeah. He came and he just was like, "Hey, I want to try out some ideas," because his background is SEO, right? And obviously Google owns YouTube. And what he shared with me was something that all these high level people were like. I literally learned and I spent thousands of dollars on my YouTube education. And along came Tony, and finally things just worked. And beforehand, like things just didn't work. Like I started seeing results like fast. And obviously with YouTube, it takes time. But with him, first day, boom, my stuff started ranking all the time.
That is so cool because I put only a few videos about my app Group Convert, if you can see the logo there, on YouTube, and I have strangers getting Group Convert now, and I'm like, where are you coming from?
Okay, I need to learn more about this Group Convert. What is this?
Oh, my little app. Down your Facebook groups. I don't know if you're gonna use it, but it basically, you know how you get 3 questions for a Facebook group. If one of the questions is, hey, give me your email so I can give you a free whatever PDF
Yeah.
software. And they answer that. It'll pull that data and it'll send it to your email autoresponder. So it's kind of like you start the
Gotcha.
with them right away with your email sequence as you accept them into the group. So you click accept and it'll send it there. So
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry you closed down your group for.
No, it's all good. Life is better. It's allowed me to, like, I mean, aside from everything that I do lately, I've just been so more focused and more mindful about my time and everything that I'm doing, So like just everything, that's what I wanted to do. Like if I'm gonna be focused on social media, I gotta do some revenue generating activities. And Facebook group wasn't like for me for what I wanted to achieve, in 2019. Like if I want to focus on one source, YouTube is definitely like the way.
Okay, let's look at the let's look at the audience. They've been asking
Questions.
and some people are like, Andrew Cruzy is like, you motherfuckers still alive? Yes, we're still alive. Our live is an hour long, okay?
What up, son? Bro.
What's
Andrew didn't text me back, man.
What? Andrew never texted you back?
Andrew didn't text me back last night, man. Come on.
Oh, what are you trying to contact Andrew about?
No, we're supposed to hang out.
Oh, wait, you actually meet him in real life? Well, anyways.
Yeah, me and Andrew go way back. This we kind of started together at the same time.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm trying to get him into my Group Convert partnership. You can give away or sell Group Convert. And Andrew, you have not responded. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, Andrew's he's one of my closest friends.
Oh, that is so cool. That's so random because someone else recommended me to interview you, not Andrew, right? I don't remember. Anyway, hey guys, hashtag live if you're here live and hashtag replay if you're here for the replay. Smash the heart button. I want to know what is your YouTube channel, Luis, because some of them started asking like, hey, what's
yeah, you guys can bit.ly/LUIS YouTube. Is there a way that I can type it here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it. That's right.
Didn't use hashtag live or something?
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's right.
Comments. Okay. Oh, Simon's like, have you used YouTube ads? And if so, what are results? Is Tony running your YouTube ads or?
No, guys, it's all been organic. I'm getting into YouTube ads later.
My marketer actually has a 5-day YouTube ad challenge that he's running right now. I'll give you the link for it, but he also has a course, and he used to work for ClickFunnels, so he's
nice.
He's a funnel builder guy, and he's in like deep with YouTube. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Send that over to me. I'd love to look at it.
I will.
I just have Billy Jean's YouTube training for ads.
Oh yeah, Billy marketing. He has a YouTube too.
Yeah. He has. I got his YouTube ads course maybe like a year ago, but I've never really looked into it because I wasn't planning on doing YouTube ads. But now that I'm doing that, I'm really focusing on YouTube. Like, it's gonna come in handy.
Oh wow. Okay, guys. Let's see what other questions. What's up, Andrew? Dean Bethel said he's.
I think he tagged the wrong Andrew.
Is he?
Dean, you tagged the wrong Andrew, bro.
Kyle says I have Alex Becker's for YouTube ads. Cool.
Alex Becker is cool.
Hey guys, if you want my app, not Group Convert, it's another Chrome extension that is in beta version right now. But what it does is it takes all your links, and you know how you have ClickMagick, Luis? Do you have ClickMagick? I don't know if you do. But it'll take all, if you export all your links, it'll make your links searchable on your same window. So you can put all your links into a Google Sheet, and it will pull all those links and have it be searchable in a little Chrome extension bar on your
computer. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of times what I find is that people do comment letters and people are always asking like, what's this link? What's that link? And I'm like, I have to go and open another tab and then Control F and find it.
Yeah.
Now, my other tab with the Google Sheet with the links and stuff, it's all like pulled into my Chrome extension, and I can just search.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can create links inside the Chrome extension and have it pushed to your sheet. So you update your sheet, or if you update your sheet, you can pull that data into the extension.
Do you have a visual on that, like a video showing everything that you just explained?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh,
can
okay.
after.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. That's really cool. The only thing that I use is permanent clipboard. Have you heard of that extension? It's a Google Chrome extension.
Clipboard. There are extensions out there that are for like copy.
It only stores like link. It only stores my like links. That's all it does. Since I have like a bunch of affiliate links or like links that I recommend to people. Yeah, it just helps me store them. But that's pretty much it.
But it doesn't make it searchable. Like there's no little.
No.
Okay, well, mine's better because then think of the keyword. You're like, okay, group convert keyword and type it in. I use it every day, so I'm like,
no, that's really cool.
Because people ask me, hey, what's the link for it? How do I become an affiliate? And I just go there and I do it. But I'm gonna give you a copy, Luis, and also whoever here live today, you guys are getting a copy. Just contact me. My VA or me will be sending you the details to that. Right now, it's like pre-website. It's super beta, but it works and it's really, really cool. Save you a lot of time. Dean says that he's going to get group convert tonight. Cool, Dean. You know where to go.
Do it, Dean. Do it.
Groupconvert.com. Carrie says, I'm liking the other Chrome extension for funnels. Oh, I have one that kind of clones funnels, which is kind of secret. Don't tell people. Be quiet, you guys. Okay. All right, so let's see. We have 4 minutes left. I don't want to keep Luis here on forever. Kind of rambled on about myself for a little bit. Sorry about that.
No.
Let's go back to Luis and where we can find him on all the social platforms. So Luis, YouTube is bit.ly/Luis YouTube. Let me see if I can type that into the comments. bit.ly.
Yeah, you guys could also, everybody that's watching, if you guys enjoy this and you guys have any other questions, feel free to add me on Facebook and either shoot me a message there or just follow me on Instagram at luis.xalvarado. So LUISX Alvarado. And I love to share stories. I love to just go and I probably have 10 different stories in where I go in on a specific subject. So you have something that you would like, more explanation on, or I can even share my screen on. I do that through Instagram stories.
Oh, cool. Oh, so is that how you spell it? I threw it on the.
Yeah. That's how you spell it.
X Alvarado. So Instagram, YouTube. Do you have what else?
So yeah, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Just add me as a friend here on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and add Luis as a friend. Follow him. He knows what he's talking about. He's been in this industry for, if you say even more than 1 year, I would say that is a long time. Some people enter it and then they quit, and that was me. I entered it I learned about ClickFunnels, entered it for a little bit, and I was like, this is so much work. I went away. But when I came back several months ago and I really took it seriously, I saw, my e-commerce business does, a lot, but I saw that ClickFunnels actually gave me sales in the thousands. And when I saw that I could do ClickFunnels and online sales and see those results myself, it all started hitting me hard, all the words from Gary Vee and I was like, oh my God. And then I find myself in bed like this, oh my God. $1,000 day. Oh my God. And then when I hear you, 12,000 in a week. I'm like, that is totally possible. Like my belief completely changed. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, no, that wasn't even like the craziest thing. Like for me, I was actually with Andrew and another buddy. So we were living in the Bahamas last year,
Yeah.
and we did in a single day we did a launch and we did over 15K, and that in just 24 hours. And like for us to like do that, like had some ideas, put it together, um, like that completely shatters a bunch of like limiting beliefs that you have about generating money, or how did you like you want to go back and you say, okay, like what did we do right, what did we do wrong here, and you get to learn a lot from those experiences. And yeah, I'd highly recommend. I mean, like you guys, like you were able to come back to this, and now you see its potential. Like there's no reason why other people here that you guys are watching us right now talk about this. Like do it. This is the start of it's a brand new year. You guys can go ahead and do it. Resolve any fears that you may have towards money. Like really value your time and who you spend with, and like you have amazing Facebook groups such as this one that you can spend your time in and ask questions. And that's really all it takes. Just ask the right questions. Spend time crafting your questions, and don't be afraid to use Google or YouTube to research anything that you have, because a lot of people are lazy, and that's kind of what prevents a lot of people from succeeding. But don't be lazy. Google it, YouTube it, and then ask questions here in the groups.
Cool. That is awesome. One last question, because I mean, as much as this is for my audience, sorry guys, I do these interviews so that I can ask the questions too. So where do you go to figure out, the difference between a 1K day launch to a 15K day launch? This is a very specific question, but
Yes.
I've seen people do 80K day launches, or like, not like personally, but just seeing it happen. I'm like, what the heck? What's the difference? Is it like a longer beta list period time? Is it creating a lot of beta people and a lot of talk about it before you do it? Or I don't know what the secret is.
So definitely so it's a mixture of things, right? But all like I think the biggest one has to be like the biggest variable in there is your audience. Like how big is the audience that you are presenting this offer to, right? Because if you present just an offer to like 10 people, but I mean, if it's a high ticket, cool. If it's a high ticket offer, awesome. But if you present it like a 1K offer to 10 people and all of a sudden you get 100%, which you probably won't, right? Like that's 10K. But if you present that same offer to 100 people that just does 1,000, that's 100K. So audience size is the biggest variable here. But besides that, what some of the biggest factors that go into launches like this are, how much did you like tease the audience that you were going to present this offer to? You have to really understand and know how to create an irresistible offer. That means being able to identify exactly what type of like internal limiting beliefs people may have, external beliefs, and also what type of beliefs they may have on the product that you are going to give them, what things are holding them back from actually believing that this is going to help them out, and then crafting stories around all these limiting beliefs that they have. And the only way that you can change and shift people's minds is by creating, these stories that are definitely going to help people be able to buy. And when you crush these limiting beliefs, which you do through storytelling, then you're able to do that, and then obviously have a follow-up funnel, have a follow-up sequence after you get people in there and remind them, because some people may be pretty busy the first time that they saw it, then the second time they see it, or the third time finally you got them and they wanted to do it. So it's a lot of factors there. I just threw some at you, but I think definitely the biggest variable when it comes to like these big launches is the audience size.
Okay. All right. That's really useful for me to know, because yeah, one of my launches was to less than 200 people, less than 150 people, and it still did well. So I'm like, oh my God, what if this was to 1,000 people.
Exactly. So now you, based on that data, I mean, you could share with other people and do JVs or, get affiliates and say, hey, like, look, I have a converting offer. Would you like to, get a part of this?
So cool. So I'm gonna take what you said and implement all these things. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around, but we are about to close up. So how to reach Luis? Subscribe to his YouTube channel, and you can find it at bit.ly/Luis YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, that's really easy for me to remember. I should do one. And you can find this interview also. It's gonna be uploaded to YouTube, so you don't have to go into this group and scroll and scroll and scroll to find it. You can hop onto YouTube and find it. And okay, so thanks everyone. Is there any last words you want to? I basically didn't really ask any of my typical questions. I usually have like a list of like, what are the tools you use?
I mean, like, I think I really enjoyed this. I really had a lot of fun. This is the first time Kim and I connect, so it was. I think it was great.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for being here. And so Luis, what I'm gonna do is click end broadcast, and it ends it for the audience. I'll still be able to talk to you for a bit. So I can give you, the stuff. I think you asked for a link and things like that. But I'll say bye to you privately, and then everyone, bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to add me if you have any other questions.
Yes, add Luis Alvarado. Where is my mouse? Okay, end broadcast.